Hey everybody, this is Angela. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a really good Valentine's Day. So, I think, I don't know, this may not be big enough. I think this might be a placemat. I learned how to crochet from my mom, and she could crochet anything. And so, I learned how, and I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. And I think as long as she was there with me, helping me, I would do good. And but I do pretty good on my own. And don't know if you could see that. But I don't know. I think, maybe knitting might be easier. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. My mom was more of crocheting than she was knitting. And so, I mean, she liked both, but I do this to release stress and anxiety because it makes me feel better. Um, when I was staying with my grandmother, I never crocheted or knitted. And my grandmother never crocheted or knitted. She would do needlepoint, and she would also do sewing and quilting. Now, I can't quilt, but my mom learned how to quilt, and so she had quilted, made me a beautiful quilt. It's purple and pink, but it's on my dad's bed. So after my mom died, I gave him the quilt, and it's been on his bed for almost 10 years. I have one that my great aunt made. It's purple, and my mom and I went and picked out the material and bought everything, and even paid to have it quilted. She picked out the quilt pieces and made the quilt top, and then there was a lady where her daughter lived in Ohio that finished it. So, and it, it did take a while, but my mom's was red, and it was the Ohio star, and mine was just squares. And so it's been on my bed stayed on my bed for over 20 years. And I think she made us 4 quilts all together and at different times. But now I don't know how much it would cost to make a quilt. I do know that not too far from where we live, my mom took a quilting class and learned a lot about quilting. And I did find out that the lady who ran the quilting classes passed away not too long ago. And I called to find out of course, I didn't know what her name was. I didn't know what her last name was. Her daughter, last time I heard checked a few years ago, her daughter was still doing the quilting classes. And she was surprised when I told her about my mom. And she said, "Oh, I remember her." And I told her that she had passed away. So, it was quite a shock for both of us. And what I do is I have yarn in my basket. Then I just set it and pull it like that. I know you're not supposed to go and mix all your yarn together and everything, but I do. So I was watching Fox News today, and or Outnumbered, which I really like, and Roseanne Barr was on there, and she has a new special on Fox Nation called "Cancel This." Roseanne Barr canceled this, so uh, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not, because there's a lot of bad language in it and everything. But I mean, I do like Roseanne. I did like her show. Um, and I did try to watch the Connors after they kicked Roseanne off, but it just wasn't the same. And I don't understand how it actually lasted. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it will go away. So in one of the other shows that I do not watch during the day is The View. Now I'm going to try and be real nice and everything, but the ladies of The View can be very mean. This is what I did: double crochet, and I'm at the end. I'm going to chain two and just keep repeating it. And so I guess today I I get stuff on my news feed about them all the time, and it seemed that Whoopi didn't like what one of the ladies said, Farrah something. I think she's a conservative, and she said that Nikki Haley was the smartest one in the room. Now, I don't watch The View anymore, so I don't know if that was a shot at Whoopi or not. Now, it could have been a shot at her, or it may have not been a shot at her. So, and I don't know how any conservative could go on there, and because they know what's going to happen. They know the other ladies of The View is going to pile up or gain up against them. And so, it's one of those things where if you say something, they're going to take it and twist it and all of that stuff. But I mean, that's just how everything is. And you know, there are people out there that wants to cancel people. They watch every move you make, like on social media. So you have to be very careful about what you say because you could, you can say the wrong thing and not know it. And there was someone that said they got into trouble, something about something that happened at the Grammys. There was an act or some man or guy or something did a performance, and this woman said something that he something about, she called this performer a he, which he is. He was a man. I don't even know what his name was. I just know that he was a guy. And that person took offense and said they want them to address them as them or they. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. You're either male or female. And I'm sorry if that makes anyone mad, but I don't know what else to do. It's because the way I was raised and everything, boy, girl, man, woman, he, she, and I don't, you know. Now, if somebody was to ask me, and they was a boy or a man, and they transitioned to a girl, and they asked me to address them by their new name, then I would probably do it. But it would take me forever to get used to it. Like Cassidy Bonham. You know, everyone watched her grow up on the Sonny and Cher show, and they called her Chastity. Then she was, then she, I don't know, she transitioned to male and she became Chaz. Okay, I think everybody was okay with that. And then you got Bruce Jenner, who transitioned to Caitlyn, and um, I had a hard time with that, but now it's Caitlyn. Okay, you're Caitlyn, and but if you're not vicious about it, because someone could get confused, will forget if they, especially if they known you all your life and everything, and then you transition to someone else, then someone might forget, okay, well, to me you're so and so. And but I don't know if I want to do that, not at my age. And I will give Bruce, Caitlyn kudos because he did it late in life, and so I never understood what the thing I don't understand is how did she ever get involved with the Kardashians? That was strange. Here, before Caitlyn Trent was, before Bruce Jenner transitioned, I don't know his first wife, but he was with Linda Thompson. Then he was with Chris. I don't know his first wife's name. And so I guess back when he first got married, he had all these feelings, but no one was changing or anything. And then years ago, he transitioned, and I guess maybe Chris didn't want, maybe Chris Jenner didn't want the competition, and so I don't even know if the Kardashians are still on TV. I never really liked them. My opinion about them was they were like stuck up, but it is what it is. And, but I do know that, Chrisley Knows Best is back for another season now. I think the reason they're back for another season is because they had already filmed it and scheduled it. So I, I don't know what they're going to be showing. I'm going to, watch it and see. But um, my opinion is, I don't, about the Chrisleys, I don't know if they did what they were accused of, but you know what? It is what it is, and it will fly by. Your time will fly by, and from what I understand, there could be a chance where they might have their time, so they could be out in maybe 2 or 3 years. So, and I do worry about Savannah, because Savannah is a young woman and she is raising her brother Grayson, who is 16, and she's raising her niece Chloe, who is 10, and that has got to be that has to be a lot of stress on them. So, also it seems somehow Josh Duggar got into trouble. I don't know when this was. About because somebody, I don't know how he got a cell phone, but he wasn't supposed to. That's what it looks like. He wasn't supposed to have a cell phone, but somehow he got a cell phone and he got in trouble, and they put him in solitary confinement. And so, I'm just wondering, well, who would be dumb enough to sneak him in a cell phone? I don't know if his wife Anna did that, because I would think they would pat you down to make sure you're not breaking the rules, and he knows the rules. So I don't know, maybe he thought that maybe he was trying to be cute and get a cell phone. And I mean, one of those is just one of those things and everything. So, oh, excuse me. I'm trying not to be rude and yawn, but sometimes it comes on. So, this, I will, oops, I don't want it to fall out. I will update you all on this. I'm hoping this will be a really nice placemat for my dad. Or this could be, I think this will be a little too big. So, I think that is just a tad bit too big to be a placemat. So please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell so you'll know when I come up with a brand new video, and I hope that you all will have a good night, and God bless you all.